Hey guys, hope you're all doing well in these crazy times. I just thought of doing something a little bit different today and use these few speed paintings to talk through my work. First of all, these are all drawings done for the Doggust challenge, where you basically draw a different dog's breed every day following a prompt list. Now, knowing myself, I tend to give up challenges very quickly, usually because of a lack of planning or because it takes me quite a bit to work on a finished piece, and I cannot keep up with a full illustration every day. I also get discouraged when posting on social media, either because I see what other artists come up with and end up hating my work altogether, or because I focus too much on likes and followers. So this year I thought to get my friend Cypress Sprites on board and divided the challenge between the two of us. So we would alternate drawing different dogs. So far, this has worked really well. On my side, sharing the challenge with her has meant feeling less anxious about the outcome, as it's something we're doing just for fun, and it's always great to see what she comes up with. I still worry too much about likes and followers, but at least I finished every single piece I started, and I posted it anyway, even if it wasn't perfect. And for me, that's quite an achievement. It's still weird to see how some pieces I didn't appreciate much were actually received pretty well, and vice versa, which was a little bit more disappointing. I was lucky, as when I started the challenge I was still on furlough, so I could dedicate as much time to the drawings as I wanted without worrying about drawing till 3 a.m. and having to wake up early for work the next day. I've got to be honest, my time off during lockdown hasn't been so productive, which is a pity considering how I always use not having enough time as an excuse for not producing as much. Unfortunately, I'm someone with a very limited level of energy, and I tend to be knackered after a week of work. And I guess having shifts that constantly vary makes it difficult to plan ahead. But what really helps me is having set deadlines, and so this is why this challenge has made me more productive. As someone asked in my previous video, I am not following the official prompt list and have instead come up with a different one with the help of my friend. We planned this at the end of July, and I think the official list was either not available at the time or I must have missed it altogether. I feel like I've done a lot of traditional work since June last year and have left digital art on the side for quite a long time. I really need to pick it up again because I always struggle to choose what style or techniques to use, and it just delays my workflow so much. Truth is, there's not really a style I want to focus on at the moment, and it has been like that for quite a few years now. If you follow me on other platforms, you might have noticed how often my work changes. But for me, in a way, it's fine. Like, I'd rather concentrate on just getting better and leave the style matter for later, because eventually there will be a style that I will feel comfortable setting into. So for this challenge, my goal was to loosen up and try to stylize the subject as much as I could. Semi-realism is a kind of comfort zone, but almost a sort of black hole at the same time. The more I try to deviate from it, the more I get sucked into it. Some of these drawings are more simplified than others, and I tend to appreciate the ones where I was able to play around with shapes a little bit more. I guess certain breeds really help with it, like the two terriers that you see at the end, for instance, and I really enjoy drawing those beards. Also, I couldn't decide whether I like having a line art or not. And I think you can see me going back and forth with it in some of these to see what would work best for the piece. For fluffy dogs, I would usually go lineless and use some textured brushes instead. The same goes for dogs that I could easily just break down into shapes or silhouettes. When I really wanted to do line art, I kind of struggled to find a brush I like that I could use for inking. I absolutely love the 6-bit pencil brush in Procreate, but I mainly use it for sketching and little details. I don't really like using it as an inking brush. I wish I wasn't that attached to some of my Photoshop brushes, because working with Procreate is great, but I do miss those few traditional media brushes I got over the years and would like to find a way to import them into Procreate. I've managed to do it with ABR files, but the pressure settings don't work very well. If you have any suggestion on how to go around this problem, or if you have any brushes that you would recommend, please do let me know, because I'm interested to hear it. So yeah, overall, I'm happy to have joined the challenge with my friend. I've basically finished all the illustrations except one, which is great. I don't know whether to do another collection of speed paintings or not. As I said, I'm not too proud of some of them, so I might just leave those behind and select a few more for a second video, but maybe no more than that. You should also go and check my friend's work as well. She's come up with some really funny outcomes. Her name is Cypress Writes, with capital C and W, and she's mainly posting on Twitter, so that's her Twitter account name. Anyway, I'll leave the link down below in the description box, so you can just click on that. Yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, comments and shares are well appreciated, and I'll hopefully see you soon with more content. Stay safe. Bye.